have so far to go.
Hello, YouTube, and all my viewers, all like 13 of them, I guess. Today I'm bringing you a video on how to add your own custom soundtracks to an ArmA mission. Now, I'm using ArmA 3 as my main example here, but you can do this just the same in ArmA 2, and I think you can do it in Armed Assault too. I'm 80% sure you can do it in Armed Assault too, but this is backwards compatible. This is entirely backwards compatible. First thing you're going to want to do, you're going to want to make sure you have ArmA Edit, or you can do this in Notepad. I don't care. You can do this in Notepad for all I care. But ArmA Edit is a lot better for scripting than Notepad. And yes, there will be some scripting. I know people are kind of squeamish about it, but with scripting, you can do so much more than you can with stuff you find in the editor. And the stuff you find in the editor, you can do a lot of. You can do a lot of that stuff. But if you learn how to script, you can do just as much. And plus, it's a background in coding, which always looks good on a resume. You're going to want to have ArmA Edit if you don't already, and you're going to want Audacity if you don't have it already. Now, Audacity is crucial because ArmA only accepts OGG sound files into their mission. And if, let's say, your favorite track by Eminem is an MP3, guess what? ArmA's not accepting it. So if you want that Eminem track in ArmA 3, you're going to want to change it over to the format that will be acceptable to it. I don't listen to Eminem. Don't think I do. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you want to create a description file. Now, a description file is exactly that. It is a description of the mission that you're doing. Now, where you want to put this description file is in here. You're going to want to go to Documents. You're going to want to find ArmA 3 other profiles, your username, the missions, the name that you saved your mission under. And you're going to want to plop it down right in here. You can do that right from ArmA Edit. You're going to want to plop it down right in here, capital D description.ext. That is a description of the mission that you were doing. And you can do all this nice and fancy stuff, which I will also show you how to do. If you've played the ArmA 3 campaign, you'll notice that on the loading screen there's a whole bunch of different stuff. There's the name of the mission, there's a picture of the mission, there's a short description that you have of the mission, and you can also put your author name in there with special formatting and such. And how you do that is with this. You can use author, onload name, the name of the mission, and a short description of what the mission is. These two, not 100% sure what they do, but they're there anyways. I don't know. Search the Bohemian Interactive Wiki. It'll help you. Now, onload screen, that's where you put your picture in. And there's only certain formats that ArmA accepts. The most convenient for me is JPEG. So, use JPEG if you like. Or do some research and find out what's the best. But here is the meat and potatoes of what we're coming to. Your custom tracks. Now you're going to want class CFG music. Now this will help you add your custom tracks to ArmA. Now how you execute it, it can be different, but adding them in is the same for everybody. Add this little bit here, make sure you have that. And for each custom track you enter, you have to have a class. And that class has to be named something unique, and that class will contain two fields, a name and the actual sound that you're putting in. For this mission that we're doing currently, I am only adding one track in, so I'm going to delete these other two. Get out of here, you two. Go. Find some other scripting area to mess up. Now you're going to have a class, and you're going to name your class. You have a class, name the class. The name of the sound file that I'm adding is the Gulag intro from Modern Warfare 2. So the class I'm going to name this soundtrack under is going to be called Gulag. This is not the name you will be seeing in the trigger. This is not the name of the file. It is a name that you want. This is the name of the class. Now, under the class Gulag, you have the name of the track. Now, this name will be the name that is shown whenever you are actually trying to execute this via a trigger. When you enter a trigger, at the bottom of your trigger window, there's going to be a little button called Effects. There's going to be a little button called Effects. You're going to want to click that. You have a whole bunch of stuff. You're going to want to go to Tracks, and you'll have a big drop-down menu of a whole bunch of different sounds and songs that they already have in ArmA in whatever version of ArmA you're playing. This is the name you'll be seeing. The name is the name of the track that you'll be seeing in that drop-down menu. So name it something that you're going to recognize. End credits. Or that's the one that I used to have. Now I'm adding a gulag intro, which means I need to name this something appropriate. Gulag intro. Here is the part that screws a lot of people up. You're going to need the sound equals, and you're going to want the pathing. Now I've made a subfolder called music. You're going to want to include it in that. So make sure you have a subfolder called music because it makes the organization a lot better. But you also want the name of the file that you're putting in. Now you need to make it an OGG. You need to. The pictures you have a little bit of wiggle room with, but the audio files you don't. You need to make it an OGG. And the way you do that is by going to Audacity. Audacity is brilliant. And it's free too. You want to go to New File, Import Audio, find your file, hit Open. Doesn't matter what format it is. Make sure you have it. I already have another instance of Gulag Intro open. Then to convert it, you want to go to File, Export. I already have that there, but we're going to delete that just for the sake of showing you people. Again, this will be under your operation, whatever you've named your operation. The subfolder music. You want to name it something you can code in. No spaces. No spaces in this. It'll just make your life terrible. And you're going to want to use the drop-down menu to convert it to OGG. And you click Save. Okay. It'll do its little thing. Bloop-a-doop-a-doop. Then whenever you go to your actual mission file, double-click the music folder. There it is. Viola. There it is. Now, the tricky part is putting it in your description. The only thing you do is here's the pathing. It'll be \music. That's the subfolder. And then the name of your track.ogg. There you go. Now, it'll be added. Now these two things here, these are audio editing little extras that they have. This is the pitch. I don't know what the forward one is, but that's the pitch. So, you're going to want to go ahead, change that back to 1. And there you go. And I'll show you how to implement these custom tracks in a second, once I bring up ArmA 3. Hello, and welcome back. In the first part of this video, I showed you guys how to script in your own custom tracks through the description. I showed you how to format them properly, and I showed you how to set up the classes so you can get them into your specific mission in the editor. Now I'm going to show you how to implement them, or how to get them to play through whatever the hell you want to do to get them to play. I know you can get them to play through a script, so if you're activating a script, you can do that, but I think the best and the easiest way is to do it in the editor. Now, I happen to have a trigger set up here. I don't care what your trigger is. It could be a blue 4 present once in this area. It could be a radio trigger. It could be a this unit not alive trigger. No matter what you do, you have to come down to effects. You got to go to track, and voila, there it is. Way down at the bunk bottom. Typically, user added tracks will be down at the bunk bottom. If you don't see your track down there, take a look at your code. Compare it against other people's code. Something's bound to be up. I don't know all the details about this, but I know if you can't find it in there that you've done something wrong, and no problem, it's an easy fix. You don't have to put this on waypoint, so if a unit gets to a waypoint, the track will play. So come down here all the way to the bottom, there it is. There you go. Click OK to set that up, and it'll have like a little camera beside here if you want it there. And that's it. As soon as that trigger flips, that track will play just like it should. And you also you'll know the name of the mission, the author, the picture, and the description. All that can be done through the description.ext. Wait for it. There you go. That track will play until you have a silencing, until you have like a silence trigger or a silence waypoint, or just a silence effect in general. I really hope you guys learned something from this. I really do. I hope this video was helpful to you. If it wasn't helpful, let me know in the comments and I'll redo it. I want people out there to know how to do this. This is something that is really unique to this game. It's that you can edit so much. It's really unique to this game. There's so much you can do. I want people out there making their own missions, making their own stuff, because it's fun. It's fun and it's awesome. I love it. I really hope this video was helpful to you. I know there was this one guy out there on YouTube. You know who you are. I'm not going to name your fucking name because I'm not going to shout out. Speaking of what he named the class song. He named the name inside the class song, and then he named the file that he was putting in song. You don't do that. That's bad programming practice that confuses the user. You're a piss poor editor. Leave it to the people who actually know how to fuck the program. Okay? I hope this video was helpful to you. Again, don't name any variables the same thing. Make sure you know what each of your variables mean. If you're making a video like this, make sure you explain what each of your variables mean in a way that is not confusing to the user. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Really hope you learned how to do this. If you did, let me know in the comments. If you have problems, let me know in the comments. If there's anything specific you want to see in terms of scripting, let me know in the comments. I will be doing more of the scripting tutorials in the future. I don't know what I'm going to go over next. It's probably going to be helicopter insertions, spawning units in helicopters, since I can clearly do it. It might be spawning units in helicopters. It might be the briefings that you see. It might be custom waypoints. Hell, it might be spawning units and talking to the people in the side chat. Obviously, you see. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this. You learned something. I guess I'll see you guys around.